In the United States, when you mention the word slavery, does the image of Africans being chained come to mind? The reality is, slavery has not ended, and in many different forms, we are enslaved here in America. In the year 2012, we were told that the Mayan calendar was ending and the world was going to end. But that hasn't happened. So what really was that calendar all about? Let's take a look. The Mayan calendar is an astrological calendar giving events so that they would know when to do sacrificial rituals, spiritual rituals, and they would know the seasons of what was going to happen next according to the calendar. Not much has changed. The only thing that we do different in America is we don't really listen to the signs that are in the heavens. We don't listen to a lot of those who are doing astrology. This is Vedic astrology that I'm going to be showing you, and it correlates with astronomy. So the planets are exactly in the same place in the sky as it was once back in the day of the Sanskrits of India. After 2012 appeared and we all were remaining here on Earth and nothing happened, did something happen? That is my question. It is believed that a portal was opened and we are in the Great Awakening time span of the Ascension. This is a belief that the things that were hidden, which is considered in the occult realm, hidden knowledge, would be discovered and brought out in the open, and those who were ready for it would have a great awakening and learn new things that they hadn't known before, and those who are not ready will be shocked into a new change and reality here on Earth.
Deep underground in Switzerland, scientists flipped the switch on the world's largest machine this week, bringing the Large Hadron Collider back to life. They're hoping to unveil the secrets of the universe.
It's considered as a new beginning for our understanding of the universe and particle physics. The Big Bang experiment was again carried out in the world's largest and most powerful accelerator at CERN on the Swiss-French border.
Scientists at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or the CERN, successfully smashed subatomic particles into each other and at record energy levels. It has been described as a major breakthrough in the world of physics.
What CERN have done is they have built a new injector, a new linear accelerator called LINAC-4 that will replace the current one called LINAC-2 in order to increase the amount of protons.
Okay, take us through that, because looking on the internet, I saw there was a petition online. People were signing a petition saying they should stop the Large Hadron Collider because it will create black holes that will consume the whole universe or destroy the world. Surely you don't believe that, do you?
Certainly not the universe. It is just our little planet that is at stake. And also the danger is a danger that can be assessed beforehand. And it would take about a week to assess this danger.
What, the black hole theory, is that not acknowledged by CERN?
Not quite. I mean, they started out that being the main reason for doing the experiment. And when it turned out that there is maybe some danger involved, it became second and third rank in the agenda. But that's not a problem. The problem is that mini black holes, if they are generated, which no one knows, but which has a certain probability, people disagree about the probability, but I would say it's about 1 to 12 with this new energy level. And the question is then whether they are dangerous or not.
Well, wait, so the question is, now, is it a 1 in 12 probability of us being swallowed up by a black hole or something else?
You see, it will take a while. It won't swallow the Earth within months or seconds. It will take at least 5 years. But still, such an outlook is something that should be discussed heavily before going ahead. And this discussion, which needs 1 week among scientists across the world, could be done, and I think has to be done, if there is a reason that has not been falsified yet. Sorry,
okay,
yes.
that 5-year time limit is not reassuring to me.
Just a final thought, because you came up with a lovely line talking to our producer saying, nature is tricky to understand. Every time you peel back a layer, the universe presents you with something else that you don't understand.
That's absolutely true. It's why when eminent colleagues like Professor Stephen Hawking say that we might just be around the corner from having a theory of everything, in my experience that hasn't been the case. Every time we reveal something that we didn't know before, suddenly there are more unanswered questions. So we found the Higgs boson, but we don't know much about it. How do we measure its properties? How does it then interact with all the other particles that we've already seen? Those are the kind of questions that we're constantly trying to answer.
Essentially, science believes that this God gene is the particle that gives everything mass. By itself, it may not seem very interesting, but in Stephen Hawking's new book, all of a sudden, there's a reason to pay more attention to it. Communicating with the assistance of a computer, Hawking talked about his new book, Starmus. That's when he revealed the Higgs boson could potentially become so unstable that it could literally cause space and time to collapse. According to Hawking's premise, if this phenomenon were to take place, he says it would cause a type of black hole on Earth. He went on to say this could happen at any time, and we would never even see it coming.
Now that you understand a little bit more about the portal, or this ascension that I described in the beginning of the video, let's talk about what's going to be happening within the next 18 months as the nodes switch March 23rd into Sagittarius and Gemini. I should say Gemini first, because Gemini is going to be the focus. Rising sign for the United States is Sagittarius. So that means that the nodes are going to be going into the 1st and the 7th house. I would characterize this next 18 months as going from dark to light to dark to gray. So what's going to happen this year is 3 key phases of the nodes are going to be changing. The first phase of Gemini is going to be in the area of the constellation called Parnavasu, which means dark to light. So it's bringing the dark, the forces that were going on in the sign previous to it, to light. The nodes move backwards, so we're moving from Cancer to Gemini, Capricorn to Sagittarius. The second phase will happen towards the end of the year in December. Being in the nakshatra of Ardra will be very intense and could bring a lot of emotions that will lead to tears, which is the symbolization of Ardra. In May of the year 2020, with the final phase that will leave us questioning. In the nakshatra of Marigashira, we'll be searching and trying to figure out how to bring our country together and be unified. All of this needs to take place because we are part of the ascension process for the entire world. This will be a world effort, but I right now am talking just about the United States. Having Ketu and Uttara Ashada will actually liberate us in ways that we have not anticipated. We will be gathering together as a nation, pulling together, and the unification as this dark, light, dark, gray solidifies the change that must take place in order for us to get to the next level to make things better for our country. As we move into Purva Ashada, the need for stability and victory will be even more intensified. The final nakshatra, Mula, will bring us back to our roots, back to the way we should have been in America before things got twisted at the start of our nation. As this dark light, dark gray solidifies the change that must take place in order for us to get to the next level to make things better for our country. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can watch my next video as soon as it comes out.